Have you ever found yourself sitting together with your partner and it feels like you're miles away or not just there with him or her? Well, that's what silence gets to do in relationships. And that's what we're going to be talking about in tonight's episode. Come along with me as we delve into this sensitive topic. Hail Mary Talk family, it's your girl Joy Chisom, and yes, we are back again with another lovely episode. But first of all, I'm not going to fail to say thank you to my TikTok community. Yes, I see the little steps we are getting there. Yes, it's obvious that people are getting to know about this channel and this brand, and if you are not following us on TikTok, you are missing, because there you get to have short videos of any episode we get to talk about on our YouTube channel, and you can take it to share or repost or even send to your partner in case you do not want to be the one talking. You now send to them so that they get to see what you have on mind without you actually saying anything. So yes, thank you to all the TikTok community. Thank you. And yes, if this is your first time tuning into this channel, welcome to the Root Talk family. Here we learn together and we grow together. So do well to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you get notified whenever we get to drop any episode. And do not forget that you can drop your comments on any topics you want us to talk about on our TikTok or on YouTube here, and we might actually get to talk about it. Well, tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about the effects of silence. Silence is most times seen as, you know how they say silence is the best answer for a fool. Well, that's there, but a lot of times people can say silence can work positively, and if not handled properly, it can also go into the negative, and negative is even more obvious than the positive effects of it. So tonight we're going to be talking about silence as it relates to the negative effects it has on our relationships. A lot of times people forget that when you decide to be silent about a particular thing in your relationship, you're letting that thing to continually grow. Yes, because the moment you keep quiet about it, it means it's not relevant and it's not something to be looked into. This is something that a lot of us do in our relationship. Most times we feel like if we get to talk now, will the person understand, or the person will just lose sight of what we're trying to say and bring a quarrel out of this discussion, and it makes us to go into our shell and say, no, let's not even talk about it. And you deep down, you're dying. You're like, I wish I could actually tell him or tell her that this particular thing they keep doing, or they are doing, or they are not doing, is affecting how this relationship is going. Please, guys, no matter how it is, consciously put it out there to your partner what you feel they are not doing or they need to do to make the relationship okay. Because if you're not open-minded, if you cannot speak out freely with your partner, like I think I always say this thing, I do not know why you are still there, because being free and open with your partner makes it easier for communication to breathe. Silence in relationship is something that a lot of us overlook. Many a times it's like, okay, he got me angry, she got me angry, I'm not going to say anything to them for a period of time, and at the end of the day, that period of time is looking like months of not speaking. Now, these are the effects that silence has on our relationship. The first is misinterpretation. Anytime that you keep quiet about a thing, or you decide to be silent to your partner about a thing they are doing or they are not doing, just know that you are giving the room for assumptions, and we know that assumptions are not proper for relationships. We cannot work in assumptions, because working in assumptions might or will always affect how you understand or see the perspective of your partner. Misinterpretation is something that always happens whenever you decide to be silent to your partner, deciding not to talk to them. It's like everybody's just robotic and, okay, how are you? I'm good. You're avoiding sensitive conversations or important conversations that you feel you're not comfortable with. And at that point, anything your partner decides to react to or act to, or even just live their proper life, would affect you and even get you pissed off, because you're like, what is this one person? This person does not know I don't like it, or he does not know he's supposed to be acting this way. So you do not give them the room to grow or give them the room to understand, to be able to effect changes. But you give them the room to assume, okay, I feel that because she didn't say anything about this thing, that means it's okay. Or he didn't say anything about me adjusting in this area, that means it is okay. So every single time there's silence in your relationship, be expectant for assumptions, because you'll be misinterpreted at every single time. Another thing that silence does is emotional distance. That's why when I said this episode, I said, have you ever had to sit with your partner and it's like you're not there, or he is not there with you? That's because there's silence. That's because nobody is having that dialogue anymore. There's no free flow of communication, no gisting, no enjoying. Babe, do you know what really happened today? I was going to do this and I end up doing that. There's no more communication in your relationship. And you know what they used to say? Talking stage. You know what talking stage is? This is constant communication between two persons, and before you know, the emotions will begin to breed, and the heart would, of course, get closer to the person it's communicating with. So imagine you're in a relationship and you're beginning to be silent with your partner. You're beginning to just keep quiet on a lot of things, and you now notice that this person is not talking, me, I'm not talking, it's just there. There's no way the emotional intimacy that both of you are supposed to have will breed stronger or even get closer. You cannot expect to be emotionally attached to someone that you do not communicate with, because every single time the person would always feel like, okay, because I'm not talking with you, then what's there now? We're just talking about how work went, how the day went, every normal thing that we would always want to talk about. And we're talking about intimate things. Babe, remember that time I was saying this is what happened. Or babe, I'm having an emotional pain, I'm not feeling okay emotionally. It's nothing relating to you. I just feel like I'm not myself as I'm supposed to be, and the person will comfort you. So if you cannot find comfort emotionally with your partner, how then do you want that emotion that both of you share to continually grow and get stronger? So the effect negatively that silence will have on you and your partner is emotional distance. And this is what breaks up a lot of relationships. It's like, I feel I'm not being heard. I feel I'm not enough for him. I'm not enough for her. I'm not doing all I'm supposed to do. And that's what the person gets to always think and say, because they are not getting any reception on how you want to be treated, how you do not want to be treated, and every other thing. So please, if you are on the advocate of I am a silent person, I do not want to always talk, I just feel they should be mature enough to know what to do. Once you're in a relationship, you're a child, your partner is a child. Both of you are children to each other and growing together. Don't ever think that you're here and he's here, or she's there and you. Don't ever think that both of you, like I said, are kids and you people are growing together. Don't ever feel like one person is mature over the other. That is going to be the beginning of pride, the beginning of a lot of things that we do not want to talk about in this episode. So, like I said, if you know that you are a silent person, please come out of it and try as much as possible to communicate when it is necessary. So see you in the part 2. I hope that these little points I have mentioned is going to bring your mind calm down, and then you're ready for the part 2, where we're going to talk about other things that silence can do in your relationship. But before I leave you tonight, do well to subscribe, do well to share, and drop in your comments. And I love you. Bye.